what's going on, everybody? Hope everyone out there is doing well. This is not a standard episode or show, if you will, of the Going Broadway podcast, but this is the Going Broadway podcast nonetheless. Ryan, Ryan, what's going on? James, Stacy, Tom, Mark, Steven, good morning, everybody. Steven, it looks like you're commenting both from YouTube and Facebook. I love it. So, James, hello. So, it's time to let the cat out of the bag. So, we mentioned on yesterday's podcast, Kunu, good morning. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Jerry, good morning. I mentioned on our podcast yesterday that this Monday's show, William, good morning, that it is our 50th episode, our special 50th episode, and we're excited about it. We thank you guys. You know, we've been around long enough to have 50 shows that you guys have stuck with us, you know, for us to be able to even do this. So you might notice that there is a special hashtag scrolling at the bottom of your screen. So what that means is between now and Monday, what I need you guys to do, and I'll post this on our social media pages as well, but what I need all of you guys to do is at least once per day, so today included. So today, Saturday, Sunday, I'll just leave it at that. Today, Saturday, and Sunday, at least once per day, I need you to hashtag Going Broadway Podcast 50th episode on your Facebook pages and on your Twitter feeds as well. Once per day, what that will do is that will enter you in to win a belt. That's right. We're going to do a belt drawing on this upcoming Monday's show. I'm not going to tell you what kind of belt it is, but I will assure you it is a good quality belt. It's actual zinc plates. You know, it's not a cheap toy. It's not brass plates that could tarnish. But again, between now and Monday morning, today included, so today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, hashtag on your Facebook pages and on your Twitter feeds or your Twitter pages, whatever, hashtag Going Broadway Podcast 50th episode. Once per day, if you do it all 3 days on both platforms, you will be automatically entered into a drawing that we will do on Monday's show for a belt. It's a mystery belt. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm only going to leave it to the winner to, if they want to share when they receive their winnings, what kind of belt it is, or what the belt is, whenever they get it. I always encourage winners to share their winnings. However, it is completely at their discretion. It's up to them. As I've said before, I will only cover shipping for free within the lower 48 states. Any potential winner that lives in Alaska, Hawaii, or otherwise internationally would have to help with covering the shipping costs. So, if you guys have any questions about it, you're welcome to ask me while I'm on. You can private message us later. But again, the hashtag Going Broadway Podcast 50th episode is scrolling across the bottom of your screen now. Use that hashtag on your Facebook page and on your Twitter page once per day, today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And I can do a search to see who's done it. I mean, obviously, all I got to do is just type this in the search boxes and see what I'm getting. Let's see. Justin says, did we ever reach the follower count for the 3 belts? No, not yet. We've still got a ways to go. We need to get to 5,000 Facebook likes, and I think we're at like 4,130. And we have to get to 1,000 Twitter followers. That one we're pretty close to. I think we're like 20 or 30 away. But Michael, yes. No. You wouldn't have a total of 6 entries. To get 1 entry, you have to do it 6 times. So once on Facebook, once on Twitter, today, tomorrow, and Sunday. So unfortunately, if you miss one of the platforms or if you miss one of the days, you will not be entered. So, but yes, a total of 6 times that this needs to be hashtagged, between today and over the weekend. That's how you're going to get your entry. Again, it's a free belt. It's free. I don't know what else to say about it, but Stacy says, so I need to create 900 Facebook profiles. Sure, if you want. I mean, I'm not gonna have a rule against that. So, William says, do we need both Twitter and Facebook? Yes, you do. Michael says, what if someone doesn't have a Twitter? That's why I've encouraged all along, guys, to follow us across all of our social media platforms. Even if you don't have a profile, create one. Now, I will say, no. Okay, let's put it this way. If someone gets wind of the fact that we're doing this, I don't know how they would if they're not already on our pages, but any potential winner does not have to already like or follow any of our pages. Now, again, it'd be hard for them to, unless they got word of mouth, if they're not already on their pages, how they'd find out about it. But you do not already have to like or follow our pages, but you do have to have a Facebook and a Twitter account. So that's why I've encouraged all along to create profiles on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube page, and that's how you're going to be the most up-to-date, in the know, etc. with all of our special fun giveaways and such that we're doing, including the one we're doing on Monday. So yes, it does have to be done on Twitter. It does have to be done on Facebook. I do have a way to check. But yeah, Steven, just on Facebook and Twitter. I'm not doing anything with Instagram. And you obviously can't hashtag on YouTube unless you post a video. But yeah, I agree with Steven. Free is good. Saki the sock puppet. What's the number? I'm not sure what you're asking. If you can elaborate more. David says, how do you know if the Facebook page and the Twitter is the same? So what's going to happen is anybody that does this, I'm going to enter either their Facebook name or their Twitter username, whatever, their Twitter handle. And if it's a Twitter handle that pops up, then no, I see what you're saying. Okay, I'll elaborate on this. So you would get an entry for your Facebook account. This is a good question. I'm glad you asked. What's the hashtag? I'm sorry, Saki. I'm glad it's Friday. Okay, I'll get there in a second. So if you do it on your Facebook page and your Twitter account, you will get 2 entries. So you'll get 1 entry for your Facebook and 1 entry for your Twitter. What I mentioned earlier about not getting multiple entries, you don't get 1 entry for each time you do it, if that makes sense. So, David, I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't really do a good job of elaborating on that. So you would get 2 entries, but yeah, if that makes sense. So if you have both, you have to have both to do this. So, and then Saki, Michael answered your question. The hashtag is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Hashtag Going Broadway Podcast 50th episode. So again, real quick, just to recap, I don't want to take too much of your guys' time, but again, between now and Monday morning, you have to do it 3 times. So once today, once tomorrow, once Sunday. You have to do it both on Facebook and Twitter. If you don't have an account for one of them, I'd encourage you to create one, because if you don't do it on one of them, you will not be entered. If you forget a day, unfortunately, you will not be entered. Now, as far as what else you say with the hashtag, totally up to you. I mean, you could just hashtag this and just leave it at that, and that's fine with me. I always encourage for people to kind of, kind of be more descriptive as far as what we're doing. But if you just hashtag this and hit post or send or whatever, and that's all you do, then that's all you do. That is pretty much it, guys. Again, I'll post this on our Facebook and Twitter pages as well, just to kind of get the word out about it. And I don't know if we're gonna have 200 entries or if we're gonna have 2 entries, but nonetheless, however many we have is however many we have. One other thing I left out: the winner will have to claim their prize. So more than likely, if you want to find out if you won, you're going to have to be watching on Monday, because again, I will not be contacting the winners or winner, and I don't contact winners going forward. David says, if I add it to a question to Jim Cornette, does it count? Absolutely. Go for it. you have my full permission to hashtag that if you're asking Mr. Cornette a question. Jerry says this is going to be fun. What time Monday? So we're live every Monday and every Thursday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, simultaneously on our Facebook page and our YouTube page. I think that's pretty much it. So, again, if you have any questions at any point between now and Monday about, hey, did my hashtag go through or whatever, you're welcome to ask. Now, I will say, excuse me, I'll be busy off and on tomorrow and Sunday. Tomorrow is my wife's birthday, and I'm going to be taking her out to celebrate. And I hope she's not watching this right now because she probably knows I'm taking her out, but she doesn't know what we're doing. And then Sunday, obviously, is going to be the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. So off and on between tomorrow and Sunday, I will be unavailable. So if you do ask, hey, Alex, did my hashtag go through? Do you see it, etc.? I might not be able to get back to you right away. But, again, if I jump on Facebook or Twitter and I use this hashtag to search, I'm pointing at my computer, by the way. If I search this hashtag on either platform, it'll show me each person that's done it. Justin says, I got service in the middle of the woods at this music festival and watching you, Alex. Awesome. All right, guys, that's going to about do it. I didn't want to take too much of your time. Stacy, thank you. I appreciate it. Again, if you have any questions at any point, let me know. Just once again, we sincerely appreciate you guys. We love you guys, and we thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us. If and when you can, Jesse, at the bottom of the screen, scrolling across, it is hashtag Going Broadway Podcast 50th episode. Scrolling across the ticker at the bottom of your screen, that is the hashtag to use. Again, one more time, I'll just recap and then I'll be done. Between now and Monday, hashtag Going Broadway Podcast 50th episode on your Facebook and Twitter pages. It has to be done at least once per day, today, tomorrow, and Sunday, for a total of 6. You'll have to have 6 hashtags that will get you entered. Now, more than likely, there will be a few occasions where I'm not sure if I'll be able to tell if a Facebook or a Twitter matches, or if a Facebook and a Twitter account are the same person. So I might be reaching out to you guys just to confirm, hey, is this your Twitter account or whatever? Jerry, does it have to be spelled correctly, caps and all? It has to be spelled correctly, but you don't have to use the caps or anything. It does have to be spelled correctly. So GOINGBROADWAYPODCAST 50TH EPISODE. It does have to be spelled correctly, but it doesn't have to be. You don't have to be elaborate with the caps or anything like that. So, I'll stay on here for another minute or two, guys, if you have any questions. One thing we forgot to mention on the show yesterday, just off topic, but we do plan on doing our next watch party in September for AEW All Out. I forgot the date on that. I want to say it's September 20-something. But more to come about that in the next few weeks. That is September 5th. Saturday, September 5th will be our next watch party. And, we'll come on here and hang out with you guys and chat as we're watching the pay-per-view. David says, I have a different Twitter name and Facebook name. Yeah, that's fine. I'll figure it out. And I'll tell you what, on the spot, I'm just going to change up the rules a little bit. Here's what we'll do. I'm going to differentiate Facebook and Twitter. So, let's do this. If you don't have one or the other, don't worry about it. This is our show. I can change the rules if I want. So, if you don't have Facebook or you don't have Twitter, if you don't have one or the other, just do whichever one you have, and you'll get one entry for Facebook and you'll get one entry for Twitter. How's that? So, you'll either have a total of 3 or a total of 6. So if you have any questions about this, go back and watch the video from the start once I go off air. But just because I changed the rules a little bit just now, again, it's our show and we can do whatever we want. So use the hashtag scrolling at the bottom of your screen on your Facebook pages and on your Twitter pages. If you don't have one or the other, just do the one that you have. You have to do it 3 times on Facebook, 3 times on Twitter. And if you do it all 3 times on Facebook, you'll get an entry. If you do it all 3 times on Twitter, you'll get an entry. So you can have up to 2 entries on this. Does that make sense? I think it's just going to be easier that way. Yeah, Steven, you're correct. 3 for Facebook, 3 for Twitter. For each. So if you do it 3 times on Facebook, you get an entry. If you do it 3 times on Twitter, you get an entry. If you miss one, you won't get the entry. So just remember to do this every day. Set an alarm on your phone. Give yourself a little reminder, whatever you got to do. And I see we got some people jumping on. If you have any questions about this free giveaway that we're doing, once I go off air, just watch the video back from the start. Actually, I think YouTube you can rewind from the beginning if you're on YouTube. But that makes, I think it's, okay, yeah, James beat me to it. I was about ready to say, I think it makes sense enough to me, or that I made sense enough for you guys. Sorry, I'm not being animated enough. The lights just went out. But yeah, James says makes sense to me. Hopefully it makes sense, and hopefully we'll have a fun little giveaway to do on Monday. So that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll post the rules on Facebook and Twitter. And Ricky says I'll have to watch the video from the beginning. Yeah, no problem. Just as soon as I go off air, just watch the video from the beginning. But basically, you're just going to use this hashtag scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Post it once per day, today, tomorrow, and Sunday, on your Facebook and Twitter pages. If you do it all 3 times on Facebook, you get an entry into our free belt giveaway that we're doing on Monday. If you do it all 3 times on Twitter, you get another entry. So you can get up to 2 entries in our giveaway that we're doing on Monday. Monday's our 50th episode. Join us at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. As far as what else we're going to be doing besides the belt giveaway, who knows? We'll probably do our unpopular opinions segment, our new segment that I want to start doing just for fun. So that's going to do it, guys. Join us on Monday, again, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, on our Facebook and YouTube pages simultaneously, and we'll see you guys then.
And so, goodbye, and good night, bang!
This podcast was a presentation of LightUpMedia.fm.